friend of mine, I know him from the gym, he used to sleep in the same bed with me. He said to me, Albert, I saw your sister Luna from the other side of the camp. She was my oldest sister. She was married with 2 children. She was the oldest. She was about 15 years old. She used to take care of me when I was a baby, like a baby brother. She used to feed me. Do I deal with you? I said, how about you me change uniforms? I'm gonna eat for 2 days. I gave you my food to you. If we change uniforms, are you crazy? They're gonna catch us. They're gonna kill us. I said, you want my food or you don't? Oh, the guy was starving. He says, okay, let's change uniform. When I arrived, they put me to dig. I was digging. I noticed was a chain link fence divided the men and the women. One side was the men, one side the women. I was looking to her. I could not recognize her. She was a very, very beautiful woman. Beautiful black hair up there, the same color eyes as mine, big eyes like that, beautiful, a beautiful figure, about 31, 32 years old. I recognize her, but she doesn't look the same sister I used to know. They shaved the hair from her. Yeah, she lost a lot of weight, she's skinny. Went to the children's place in the hall, Luna, Luna, she recognized me right away. They shaved my hair too, shaved her hair too, everybody shaved their hair. And she come to the children's place too. The first thing she asked me, you know anything about my children? A boy and a little girl. I said, no, I don't know, we got separated in the whole country. About my husband, I don't know too, we got separated. About daddy and mommy, no, I don't know nothing about daddy and mommy. So come grab my sister, the one on top of that with the billy club. They clapped their head from her, on the bottom he started building it up. The blood was gushing down. Around her, my sister was alive behind the fence. The beautiful face was covered up with blood. She wasn't moving anymore, she was dead. When I was digging there, I was close to the door of the kitchen. I saw a pile of raw potatoes there. I was so starving, I want to go and steal a few raw potatoes. I look around and nobody was looking. I ran to the kitchen, I stole a few potatoes, I come to my corner. And it says, God saw me. Oh, I dare. I leave the spot, they take the rifle, start to shoot me, the gun jumped. Tried to shoot me, gun jumped. Start swinging around left and right. I was a boxer, I was bobbing and women messing, gave me a few times. He hit me one on the my little brother, he was about 10 years older than me. He screamed like a wild animal. He ran to the Nazi, hit him one shot in the face like that, knocked him down cold. Step on top of me, told the trigger, his face begins, he choked him to death on the spot.
He killed the Nazis?
He killed the Nazis. There was 7, 8 Nazis over there. Oh, I dare a Jew kill a Nazi. They could shoot him on the spot while they torture him. Everybody come with string him with the rifles. He bobbing and women for their left and right. Finally, they went from behind, they cracked his head, let him down for death on the ground. the box.
Yeah, stand up.
Anybody wants to learn?
Yeah,
You most of them out there used to taller than me.
Yeah.
What I used to do, I used to one and go and then went
Do
down.
you have any advice for this generation?
Not to be afraid. Never run. Somebody wants to hit back. As I did it since I was a little kid, and the whole country was anti-Semite. A kid says you're going to push me around and I can see that.
Okay, it's on. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for your patience and working with us, moving over here. This is a great turnout. My name is Denise Negretti. I'm the Vice President for Students for Holocaust Awareness, and welcome to the 19th Annual Holocaust Awareness Week here at Colorado State University. Tonight, we would like to welcome Mr. Albert Rosa and both of his daughters, Regina and Yvette, to our beautiful campus. Also, we welcome CSU administration, officials, faculty, staff, students, and community members. We are honored to have with us our U.S. military members and veterans, including Brigadier General Art Dillon, our ROTC commanders, Colonel Kip Terrain, and Lieutenant Colonel James Blanton. Our cadets, as well as our police chief, Scott Harris, thank you for joining us tonight as we give honor to Mr. Rosa's service during World War II and all the veterans that are here with us tonight. I'm not done. Thank you to Colorado State University and the Laurie Student Center staff for supporting us and hosting our events, and to Kate Jiracki and the CSU Media Relations team. I would like to acknowledge and thank the hard work of the students for, let me start that over. The hard work of the Students for Holocaust Awareness Committee. This includes President Stephanie Eisenberg, Sarah Convisar, Kayla Goldstein, Matthew Peters, Kevin Walsh, Meredith Rosh, and Elijah Ullman. I also want to make a special mention of our staff advisors, Adam Fedrid, Rabbi Gorlick, of Chabad, Alex Amchi of Hillel, for their tireless support. And a special thank you to our co-sponsors, including ASCSU, LSC Diversity Grant, and the Jewish organizations here at CSU. Thank you to members of Hillel, Chabad, AEPI, the Jewish fraternity, and Ahayut, the Jewish sisterhood, soon to be sorority, for their support. Keep clapping. That's great. Finally, thank you for everyone being here tonight on this very important evening where we honor and remember the millions who perished in the Holocaust, as is our duty. Tonight is our keynote event, an evening with a survivor. However, we'll have a few more events this week that you can still be a part of. Our daily litany tomorrow on the plaza from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We will conclude this week with a memorial service on Friday at 2 p.m. along with the retiring of the flags that are on the LSC Plaza field. For more information can be found in your information booklets as well as online at holocaust.colostate.edu. There you will find more information on how to sign up for the litany, the daily litany. Of course, the greatest thanks and appreciation goes to the Honorable Mr. Albert Rosa, to whom we are incredibly grateful that he agreed to come and be with us tonight. He has traveled all the way from California to share his incredible story of survival, resilience, and hope. Please ensure that your cell phones are off or on silent, as to give respect to our honored speaker tonight. We will be having a Q&A with Mr. Rosa after his presentation concludes. If you'd like to ask a question, please write it down on an index card I don't know if you have index cards. So keep it in mind. Sorry. Now I'd like to invite Rabbi Gorlick to the stage in order to introduce our honored speaker, Mr. Albert Rosa.
Can you hear me? There you go. Thank you, Denise. Very well done. And thank you, everybody, for your cooperation. You know, that was a move for a very good reason. We would have been three on top of each other in the theatre, so this worked out really well. So thank you, and again, a great testament to Mr. Rosa for such a huge crowd, I think a record-breaking crowd for Holocaust awareness. So a big round of applause for everybody that came here today. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I'm going to be brief. It's a great honour to introduce our speaker here tonight, along with my colleagues, Alex Amchi and Adam Fedrid, as well as a number of students here. We come from families that survived, at least in part, the horrors of World War II and the Holocaust. So it's a tremendous privilege for us to be part of this event. In addition to all the thanks that Denise pointed out, all the people that worked so hard to make this event happen, I want to give a very special thanks to Mr. Rosa's wonderful daughters, Yvette and Regina, who are here tonight, and without their support, this evening simply wouldn't have happened. As good Jewish daughters, they're extremely and justifiably protective of their dad, let me tell you. So as I'm sure everybody knows, it's a huge challenge to find a Holocaust survivor today to speak, let alone one that is willing and physically able to come and share their story. Now, Mr. Rosa, he keeps reminding me that he's only 39, so perhaps he's a bit younger than most, but we cannot acknowledge enough the tremendous luck that we have in having him here tonight. Even if you live in a big city, you may meet yet a Holocaust survivor, but even then, sadly, that's a fast fading opportunity. So we feel very strongly, as I'm sure many of you do as well, that it's our duty and privilege to create the opportunities for the last generation who can bear testimony and hear first-hand accounts from these heroes. Now, to have Mr. Rosa here, as I'm sure some of you have become a little bit familiar with his story, is like winning the lottery twice. As we all know, every survivor is a hero, and every survivor has an amazing and incredible story that we all need to listen to. But Mr. Rosa's story is so unique that it can only be described as unbelievable. The only survivor of a 70-member family, Mr. Rosa survived years in Auschwitz, which means countless encounters with death. He witnessed his family murdered in front of his eyes, and he made a promise to avenge their deaths. After surviving and escaping the infamous Dachau Death March, he joined with the US military in fighting against the Nazis, and he earned several medals, eventually earning a Purple Heart for his courage under fire. Now, when you see pictures of liberated concentration camp inmates, you wonder how on earth Mr. Rosa would have the physical strength, after years in a death camp, to bear arms and fight in a war. But his daughters tell me that the strength came from his mind and from the power of his convictions. And as you will hear soon, that story does not end there. After 55 years of silence, Mr. Rosa now shares his extraordinary story of resilience, of hope and survival around the country and in Canada as well. He's a frequent speaker and guest of honor on military bases, veteran hospitals, schools, universities, prisons, and he's a regular speaker at the Museum of Tolerance in California. He speaks to police and sheriff departments, special forces soldiers, and even the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Mr. Rosa enjoys and spends a lot of time working with disabled veterans and those suffering from PTSD, which he himself endured, with a special focus on suicide prevention. However, Mr. Rosa does a lot more than just share his remarkable story of survival. He promotes a message to all minorities and those that suffer. A message of hope and a message that no matter what you face, you can and you will overcome your challenges. In Mr. Rosa's own words, and what he describes as his motto, I only try to help people who cannot help themselves. Never give up. If you have to die, die like a man. Die fighting for your life. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and give a warm welcome to the Honourable Mr. Rosa. Blood. Blood. Blood.
This is still working.
They want you to put a jacket on because they turned on the air condition. Do you want it?
No, I'm a
Okay.
hot man.
Go ahead.
The general, right? Nice. The general force. Okay. This weapon, yeah? Thank you. No, it's oh. Good evening, everybody. Everybody can hear me? Okay. Before I start anything, first, God bless America. If it was not for the American soldiers, I wouldn't be here today. They're the ones that helped me to survive from the Nazis. I fought with them for 6 months. I was ready to give my life with them. So again, this is the best country in the world. I love this country. And I'm willing to give my life for the country. So once more, God bless America. And God bless Israel. This is the best ally we have in the Middle East. They're good friends for the America, the Israelis. I fought also for the Israel for 2 years to create a homeland for the Jews. So let's start from the beginning. The story is very, very long. It will take a long time to finish it. 6 years of slavery is impossible to put it down in the short time we have here. So, I was born in Greece, the city of Saloniki. It's a peninsula in the Mediterranean. I lived there with my family. I had 5 brothers and 2 sisters, 8 siblings. My father was in the hardware business. We upper middle class. Also, he was a very religious man. Me, I was totally the opposite. I was very much involved in sport, boxing, soccer, swimming, compete all kinds of sport. I fought quite a few years, professional fighter. My wife stopped me. I was trying to become the middleweight champion of the world, and my wife stopped me to fight. She don't like violence. Okay. So like I say, I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters, 8 siblings. My older brother Daniel was a professional boxer. He was the champion of Greece. He got 11, 12 years older than me. He taught me how to box. I was a little kid. As a young kid, I was going to school. I was a young teenager. The Italians declared a war against Greece. They bombed all over Greece. They bombed the school. Quite a few kids got killed and quite a few kids got hurt. The principal came over and he told us, kids, you guys go home. We're going to call you back when the war is over. It was in 1939. Over 75 years passed. They never called me back. I lost my education, but I had a degree of survival, a PhD from the street. The Italians were not such good fighters. They were losing the war. They called the Germans to help them. And Germany at the time was the most powerful country in the war. And Greece, a small country, put a good fight against the Germans, and then Germany occupied Greece. And the beginning was not so bad. After a while, I picked up on the Jews. By the way, I'm Jewish, and I'm very proud of it. Always should be proud for where you come from. Never forget it. And somebody give you a problem, call me. I'm here to game 1, 2. Start picking up on the Jews. Make them wear a yellow star here, and the center of the star says Jude, means Jew in German. If the German catch you not wearing the yellow star, they beat you to death, probably they even kill you. My father, like I said, was a very religious man. So he had a large hardware store. One day I went to the store to check on the store. All the employees was outside. As the manager, how come you guys not working? I said, Mr. Rosa, look on the gate over there. Look on the gate where there was a big sign in Greek and in German. It says, this property belongs to a Third Reich. The Germans took the business from my father. He worked 20, 30 years to accomplish it. What's he going to do? Fight the German army? He went home very upset, very depressed. They still went to the bank to withdraw some money. The manager from the bank told him, sorry, Mr. Rosa, you don't have no money here. The Germans closed your account. Overnight, he became a poor man. No business, no working. People were starving for hunger. One day, all the young Jewish men worked slave labor in Greece. Greece is a poor country. That's the way I was the free West. They took me and my 5 brothers and everybody in the city to build roads in Greece. They had quite a few Christians. The Germans paid them, Greeks, to supervise us. If you don't work hard enough, they got the authority to beat us up. My brother Daniel went on to be a champion boxer. He was many times in the newspaper. One of those guys recognized him. Our people used to beat him up. If you try to defend yourself, there was a few guards over there. You used to call the guard used to shoot you. You cannot defend yourself. We worked there for 1 year, slave labor in Greece. Quite a few people died for starvation, for hard labor, for lies, diseases. After 1 year, they sent us home. When I arrived home, the time I was around about 59 years old. They took me young from school. So when I arrived home, they said they were building a ghetto, build a few blocks together, build a ghetto 6, 7 feet high, and in the front of the ghetto was the big gate, the Gestapo. To get out, you need special permission. The only ones who used to work for the Germans are allowed to get out. The ones who work for the Germans are not allowed to go out of the ghetto. Inside the ghetto, nothing was coming in. No food, no nothing. People inside the ghetto were starving for hunger. The only one allowed to get out of the ghetto, the one who used to work for the Germans. You don't eat 1 day, 2 days a week, a month, and then you starve for hunger. People was dying on the street for starvation. Every day used to come a wagon with 2 horses and pick up dead people from the street, men, women, and children, threw them on top like it was trash, take them somewhere to bury them. So my brother Daniel and I, we decided one day we're going to jump over the wall and we're going to go out to bring some food for the family. The way we won't starve for hunger. So he was a big guy, over 6 feet tall. And I was at the time about 59 years old, almost 60 years old. He pushed me over, we go out the wall, we go out to the farmers to buy some food, the way my family won't starve. They were going back and forth for a few months. One time, we used to jump 1, 2 sessions before the men's session. The men's session was the Gestapo. If somebody come in the back, they're gonna stop you, see if you got any weapons inside. So they're gonna find out we are Jews. The Christians give an idea like a driver license with the picture and the thing. They got the priest to go everywhere. The Jews don't need to go limited spaces. We only had the yellow star. And they find out we are outside together, we get shot on the spot. So we used to jump 1, 2 stations before the men's station and take a long walk home. One night coming from the farm, I had 30, 40 pounds of grain. My brother, same thing too. We jumped, was 4 non-Jews over there, Christians. They saw us coming down. One of them picked up a big knife. He said to my brother, put your phone down, I will kill you. People used to kill each other for the food. Starvation was very bad. My brother Daniel, the boxer, said, you want the food, take it. Put him in the front of him. And I have 30 pounds of grain, put it down too. The guy with the knife, I still come to get it. He bent down, did 1 shot like that, knocked him down cold. 2 jump on top of it to overpower him, and 1 jumped on top of me. I was about 59 years old. The guy was around about 25. But I already 6, 7 years experience in boxing. As soon as the guy bent down, he did 1, 2, knock him down, get up again, and he get bleeding over the face. In the meantime, my brother knocked out the 2 guys, and he come to help me. He saw the friend down, knocked down in the front, he took off. So So my brother Daniel said, let's go home first because there should be a curfew. The time England and Germany was in the war. As soon as it get dark, everybody should be in the house. If you're in the street, regardless if you're a Jew or Christian, used to shoot you. In every neighborhood used to go a military truck with 3-4 Nazis inside, and used to shoot you. So by the time we went to the apartment, coming back, it used to get dark. We used to wear in dark clothing, smear out the face not to show in the light. We used to go from corner to corner, from house to house, and we're bringing food to my family. One time the truck was too close, the trap on the ground, on the mud, sometimes wet, and crawling to go to the ghetto, the way my family was starved. So then we were doing for a few months like that. One time I was, my father, like I said, was a very religious man. To me, one time he says, Albert said, let's go pray, let's go to the synagogue and pray. He says, there have been times they already took his business away. I said, Dad, you know, I'm not religious. Come on, sir, will do you good. Okay, let's go to a synagogue. Or there was a man, when there was, I have German, I have Greek. When the Germans come, the king from Greece escaped and he went to England. And the German put that guy named Metaxa. They put him there to be the prime minister from Greece. He was a Jew hater. Went around, got all young Greek Christians. They gave each one a uniform with a tie and a suit, and they make it like the Hitler youth. They send them to the Jewish neighborhood to beat up the Jews. So sometimes they make a Jewish star from wood and put cotton around with gasoline. Used to light and put in the front of the Jewish lawn in the hall. Hey, Jew, come out, you cars, we are going to kill you, blah, blah, blah. My father, the sixth brother, wanted to go out to comfort those guys, but my father was a religious man, don't believe in violence. He said, let them go, they're going to go away. So that way, you know, that's what he used to do at the time, burn a Jewish star in the front of the Jewish home. So one day when I was going with my father to the synagogue to pray, was one of those Christian Hitler youth over there. So my father had whiskers. So he looks like a Jew, start calling all kinds of names. Jew so. I said to my dad, it was around by 18, 19 years old. The time I was about 15. But already 6, 7 years experience in boxing. I said, Dad, let me go out there and I punch him out. Say, you crazy? Don't fight. He says, don't look for trouble. The guy saw we're not doing anything. He's calling all kinds of names. Jew so. So we saw do nothing. Start doing stuff to me, my father. I was sawing and I want to go tear him apart. My father said, let him go. He's going to go away. He saw we're not doing nothing. Push my father, knock the head, the yarmulke from the head. I want to punch him. He says, let him go. Don't fight. We went to the synagogue. It was Friday by the night. We did our prayers. We went home. I couldn't sleep all night. God damn, they say, got away with it. I could break him up. He was 3, 4 years older than me, but I had a lot of experience in the ring. I went home. I couldn't sleep all night. In the morning, was Saturday morning. I sneaked out of the house before my father knew. I went to look for him. I went to his neighborhood, look all around, couldn't find him nowhere. Next, Sunday morning, went back again to look for him to find him a good lesson. Finally, I saw him was two other more Hitler youth, 3 of them. I think I was only 15, the guy was 18, 19 years old, was a bit too much. I waited around till the guy left from one corner to other. Finally, the guy was by himself, the one who pushed my father, said, hey, you remember me? Oh, yes, the little Jew, what do you want? I showed the Jew. Before I know, he went 3, 4 times, I knocked him to the ground, I disfigured his face. I gave him a good lesson. Next time, they're going to hurt a Jew. One day, I was in bed sleeping. I heard a lot of noise from the outside. I was in my underwear. Got up to look what's going on. So coming inside the gate around about 50, 60 military trucks, Germans. Inside was 3, 4 Nazis, breaking the doors and beating everybody. My grandparents were living with us at the time. My grandma broke the door from the neighbor. Before he broke our door, he said to the Nazi soldier, come in, said in Greek, because he was speaking in German. The German soldier said something in German. It's my grandma was with the butt of the rifle, now my grandma on the ground. My mother went to help, like my mother down too. My brother Daniel the bus went to my mother to help him out. The Nazi soldier put the rifle, saying in German, zurück wegschießen, go back and I shoot you. He was a boxing champion, but what's he gonna do? He's got a rifle in the front. For there, they started beating us, everybody, and they started losing us in trucks. They took me from bed. I had a chance to dress up. I started beating everybody inside the house, my sisters, my father, my grandparents. beaten up, cracking heads. My next door neighbor in all my life, one of his sons was to be also a boxer. I used to train with him in the gym. His father spoke a little bit German. He said to one of the Nazis beat up his wife and his children, why you treat us so bad? We are human beings. We do nothing wrong. Come when the soldiers holler in German, halt die Schnauze, you. That means shut up, Jew. Pow, pow, kill him in the front of his wife and his children. They had 6, 7 kids, none of them survived. They all died in Auschwitz-Birkenau. Auschwitz was, one camp, Birkenau was next to Auschwitz, Auschwitz-Birkenau. It's where it was the crematoriums. So from that cellulose and drugs, you put your husband here, your children, your wife over there. If you try to go one truck to another, you get shot on the spot. With the excitement, we got separated with my family. And then my brother David, he was married with one child. My brother Daniel, the boxer, he was married and his wife was pregnant. We got separated from the family. They started putting us in military trucks, maybe 10, 20 soldiers. They put 30, 40 people, one on top and the other one. They took me from bed with my underwear. I had a chance to dress up. From there, they wanted to take it to the rail station. It took us all year. The death was around 5,000, 6,000 people. It took all day to put it in 50, 60 military trucks, one on top and the other one, just like sardines. It took all day to put all together. The Christian neighbor from the outside together, they showed to the Germans, they're not Jews, they showed the idea of the swastika is a cross. They got the permission to go inside the house and taking everything they want from the houses. Some of those people were still used to be my friends. I used to play soccer with them. I used to go swimming in the ocean. Sound like a peninsula. I was about 2 blocks away from the ocean. My mother sometimes used to fix a sandwich, take it to the ocean. My own friends go inside the house, stealing everything. I was so angry, I'll go out and tear one or two guys, but I get out, I get shot. From there, they drove us to the rail station. Took all day to put all together in 50, 60 military trucks. They took us to the rail station. They put us in cattle trains. 80 to 90 people in a boxcar. With the excitement, I got separated with my family. I had my brother David, he was married with one child, and my brother Daniel, his wife was pregnant. And I don't know what happened to the rest of the family. They put us in the cattle trains, 80 to 90 people, one on top of our chair, one on top and the other, you can't even move around. They kicked him with the bayonet or with the rifle. So, 80 to 90 people in one boxcar. Was a little window with 3, 4 bars. We can't even breathe. They took us from Greek Salonika, which is in the Mediterranean, all down to Auschwitz-Birkenau. We had 10 days in the boxcar. 10 days and 10 nights. No water, no food, no toilet. The children were crying. Mommy, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. Nothing the mother can do. The little kids are dying in the arms of the mothers. All the people are dying. 2, 3 days later, people want to go to the bathroom. There's no bathroom, no water, no food, no even a chair to sit. So the women want to go to the bathroom, pick up the women, the dress, become number 1, number 2 in the front of everybody. We're totally dehumanized. We're not humans anymore. The same thing with the men. We're making it in the front of everybody. Inside the train was smelling so horrible because they used for the toilet, the boxcar. You barely can even move around. Me, I ended close to a wall like that, I can't even move around, like that. We crossed quite a few countries. Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Croatia, Parafa, Austria, 10 days and 10 nights, no water, no food, no toilet. The train sometimes you stop in different countries to get supplies for the soldiers, or just nothing for us. Crossed quite a few countries, like I say, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, Macedonia, Croatia, Parafa, Austria, 10 days and 10 nights, no water, no food, no toilet. People were dropping dead. Inside the train was smelling so horrible because they were using the bus car for the toilet. It's such a horrible smell you can't even breathe. There's no air, no nothing. After 3, 4 days, people were dropping dead. After a little while, when the body stays there in a hot weather, warm place, the body gets decomposed. Anybody ever smell a decomposed body? It stinks horrible, and you never smell anything like that in your life. So, but the 6, 7 days, most of my people died. Me, I was standing in the corner like that. I couldn't stand on my feet like that. I couldn't even move. One of my neighbors died. I couldn't stand there. I was going to collapse. I rest my body the rest of the trip on top of the dead person. So once in a while, the train used to stop close to a river. With the water running, you will give your life for a gallon of water. The throat was burning. Imagine 10 days and 10 nights not to eat, not to drink. It's impossible to survive. By the time we arrive in Auschwitz, Birkenau, more than 3/4 of people die. Me, a neighbor in the front of me died. I could not sit on my feet anymore. I rest my body on top of the dead body. And the body was sinking to horrible because 4 days, the entire trip was over 100 degrees. So hot, so many people, one on top of the other one. As soon as we arrived in Birkenau, Auschwitz, they opened the gate, it was in winter. From where I come from, the weather is similar like South California. It doesn't get very cold. It doesn't snow there. And they took me from my underwear. I opened the gate. The one they were there to take it straight to the crematorium. At the time, I didn't know what a crematorium was. I never saw a crematorium in my life. So they took me from bed. I have no shoes in my underwear. I got down. I thought in the middle I was going to freeze to death. I become a popsicle. I was just shaking. Entire trip was over 100 degrees, come to the snow on the ground. In Poland, in winter, it gets very, very cold, gets below zero. And I'm not used to the kind of climate because coming from a warm climate. Over there was a selection. Anybody was too young or too weak for slave labor, straight to the gas chamber, to the crematorium. Anybody was too old, too weak, the same thing, crematorium and gas chamber. There was a selection. A young mother used to have a child, a baby in the hand. They want to take the baby away from there and put it for slave labor. She resists, or they beat to death, or they shot him right there. I saw him in my own eyes. Happened a few times. I got out, I saw 6, 7 chimneys burning over there. Horrible smell coming from the crematorium. I don't even know what it was. I never saw a crematorium in my life. From there, the barracks to the marches to the barracks. At the first thing they took my name, they gave me a name, they gave me a number. That was my number. This is 110,000. Now figure out from 6 million die. They deduct 110,000. It's over 5.5 million people died while I was working slave labor, starving for hunger, lies and filth and diseases. It's a miracle how I survived. From there it took us, they put us in a bed to sleep, 10 to 12 people in a bed. I don't know if it's there. 10, 12 people, one on top of the other one, sleeping with strangers. They gave each one a blanket, and they gave my 2 brothers, Daniel and Daniel, was with me together. We carried all 3 brothers together. I thought I was going to freeze to death. All night I was shaking. I thought I never going to make it till in the morning. In the morning I heard a whistle. I don't even know what it was. The whistle is a super the whistle, get out of the bed and ready to go to work. So before I know, somebody was beating me up with the whip. At the time I was not even 16 years old, all the time. They beat me up with the whip. I jumped from the bed. The guy next to me, they beat him up. He never woke up. He froze to death overnight. Then they gave me the striped uniform and sent me to work in the coal mines. And my brother's in a different place. Wherever they send you, you have to go. You cannot say no, otherwise you're dead. So the 7 the coal mines, you work in the coal mines. The Germans need the coal at the time, was fighting with the British. So work before sun up, after sundown in the coal mine, hard labor working in the coal mines. If one not working hard enough, a Nazi guy used to come in the whip and used to holler in German and say, Schnellerarbeit verflucht to you, the pow. It means in English, Warfähigkeit im Jew pow. Still I have some scars in my back from the beating I used to get in the camp. And I was not even 16 years old. Working before sun up, if it's sundown. We don't see the light of the sun. So inside you can't even breathe from the cold. Sometimes the wall used to break down. If you don't run too fast, you used to cover up, you used to kill you right on the spot. After I was working there for 2-3 weeks, a friend of mine used to sleep in the same bed with me. I know him from the gym. He was also a boxer. He said to me, Albert, he says, I saw your sister Luna from the other side of the camp. She was my oldest sister. I was the youngest in the family from the 8 children, and she was the oldest. She was around 15, 16 years older than me. When I was a baby, she used to take care of me like a mother. In the whole country, people have a big family, 8, 9 children. The older children take care of the younger ones. I was the youngest, and she was the oldest. So she used to feed me, take care like a second mother. So she's from the other side of the, oh my God, I want to see you so bad. I want to see what happened to the rest of the family because we got separated. I was there with brother David, and we married 1 child, and my brother Daniel, the boxer, we was pregnant. So I want to see so bad. So, how are you going to see it? You have to go work at the coal mines, and I have to work from the other side of the camp. I thought a few minutes. I said, listen, I got an idea. How about you and me let's change uniform. You have the same number here, we have it right here. When you go to the gate, they never make up you sleep, only check the number from here. I said, listen, I said, I got an idea. When I see my sister so bad, she was, like I said, like a second mother to me. She took care of me as a child, as a baby. Later, she got married, got his own family. I said, let's change uniforms. I'm not going to eat for 2 days. I'm going to give my food to you for 2 days. And you go to the gold mines, we change, and I go to the other side. Are you crazy? They're going to catch us. They're going to kill us. I say, you want my food or you don't? People were starving over there. 500-600 calories a day. Hey, you know, before you know, become a skeleton. Hard labor and no food. The guy was afraid. Finally, I convinced him. But they never check the arm. They never pick up the slip. Only check the number from here. The way we can get away with it. Finally, I convinced that guy. He went to that work in the coal mines, and I went the other side where my sister's supposed to go there. When I arrived there, they put me to dig. And I was looking around. I noticed there was a chain link fence divided the men and the women. Even there was Birkenau, Auschwitz. Next was the other camp, Auschwitz. There was Birkenau, Auschwitz. The second, it's where the crematorium was. And Birkenau, Auschwitz, not in Auschwitz. So they put me to dig there, and I was looking around to see if I recognized it. Finally, I saw was a chain link fence divided the men and the women. It took me, finally, I recognized her, but she doesn't look the same sister I used to know. She was a very beautiful woman. She was around 15, 16 years older than me. She was married with 2 children. And so I recognized her. Finally, I hollered, Luna, but she doesn't look the same sister I used to know. They shaved the hair from the head. She had beautiful blue eyes like mine, but beautiful eyes, a beautiful figure. The husband was in the jewelry business at a big store. Got a few employees, she had a beautiful home on the ocean front, like I mentioned, with a man. Never in her life she had any digging. So I recognized, and I had Luna, she recognized me right away. She come to the children face too. The first thing she asked me, you know anything about my children? I had a little boy, 3 years old, and a little girl, 1 year old, a beautiful little girl, beautiful blonde hair, big blue eyes, like a little angel. I said, no, I said, we got separated in the whole country. About my husband. No, I don't know too. We also got separated in different trucks. About daddy and mommy. No, I don't know what happened to daddy and mommy, but I already knew what happened to daddy and mommy. When I was going one day to work in the coal mines, was another prisoner before me there, and I asked, what's the chimneys burning over there? Terrible smell. You mean you don't know what it is? No, I'm new here. Those are the crematories where your parents, your grandparents be sent there to be cremated. And I find out my father and my parents and grandparents were already killed. When she asked me about daddy and mommy, I don't have the heart to tell her. I said, no, I don't know nothing about daddy and mommy. We were talking, and the women used to have female guards, big woman like that. Each one used to have a pistol, a billy club, and a big German Shepherd on the leash. We're not supposed to talk, we were working over there. All of a sudden, the Nazi woman come over there and he said something in German, that we used to have, the ones who supervise us, they call them capos. Those used to German criminals, not soldiers. He took them from the penitentiary and put them there to watch the Jews. If you want to go to the bathroom, if you leave your spot without permission, they beat you to death. If you want to go to the bathroom, you have to ask the permission to allow to. If you don't have to go to the permission and to the bathroom, you cannot go. Alcoholic. The food you gave us, everybody used to have diarrhea. 1 hour, 2, and then cannot throw. Used to do it in your pants. Imagine you diarrhea frozen in your pants in winter. Believe me, it's very uncomfortable. The couple saw me out there speaking to a female from the other side. So my sister come over there, like I say, asked me about my children, and she asked me about daddy and mommy. I already said it. I already knew about daddy and mommy. I said they already. I don't want to tell. I don't have the heart to tell her they're already dead. I said no, I don't know nothing about daddy and mommy. The Nazi women over there, big ones like that. Each one used to have a billy club, a pistol, and a big German Shepherd on the leash. We're not supposed to talk. We were working there. Come over there, say something in German. At the time I was spoken in German, so they speak better than English. You speak me up, I learned the language. So grab my sister with the billy tape, the one on top in the head. They cracked the head, my poor sister behind the fence, and they start beating her up. All of a sudden I went crazy. I got a hold in case. I wanted to tear, come back and choke this monster. I could not break the chain link fence. And I wanted to say something in German to stop beating my sister. The only phrase I know when I was working the coal mines, if you want to work hard enough, a Nazi guy used to go back with the whipping and so holler in German, schnell Arbeit, verfluchte Jude, pow. And Miss work first, I got them Jew, my back was full of scars from the beating I used to get every day. And I was only a teenager. I saw grown-up men dropping next to me, they couldn't stand on the feet. So I want to say something in German. Don't you want to know to say, you still work fest, got them Jew, and how to the Nazis says, you verfluchte Jude, you got them Jew. She turns around, I dare. A Jew call a Nazi woman, got them Jew, is a big insult. 3-4 days I was working in the corn mines, was one of my cousins working with me. He was a young doctor. He was around 16, 17 years older than me. His father and my father were brothers. Over there was an officer, Hans. He was in charge there, a Nazi officer. He used to beat him up every day because he was the harder. He was very educated, but he was not strong enough to work. Me, I was nothing that could take the punishment. All the time he used to beat him up and tell him, work fest, at dem Jew. He spoke a little bit German. He said in German to him, bitte nicht schlagen, Kamerad, ich bin krank. Me said in English, please don't beat me up, friend, I'm sick. The Nazi officer, Hans, said, you call me a friend? A Jew? I'm not a friend. When he took the pistol, Papa killed him right in the front of me. His brother and his father and my father were brothers. And I called the Nazi woman, I called them Jew, to pick up the pistol, try to shoot me behind the fence. Then a second or two changed their mind. She wants to torture me. Put the pistol back in the holster, went around the corner, unleashed the German Shepherd, and I holler in German, umbringe, means kill him. And I so many times happened, those dogs jump on top of you, grab you, and tell you to throw down. And I saw the dog coming to me. I know when I go for the throat, the first thing I learned when a little kid, my brother teach me to protect the upper body. As soon as the dog come to me to go to my throat, I black with my hand, the dog with all my might in the hands. I broke my hand, and I don't know if you can see over there. I broke my hand here. Here, the dog right in the face. I stand him, the dog knocked me on the ground, tried to go to my throat. When I was going down, I grabbed the dog from the throat, and I tried to hold him as much as I can. The dog stamped on me, almost took my eyes out. I rescued the dog a minute or two. In the meantime, everybody started working, watching me. The dog took me alive. And the Nazi woman saw the dog cannot kill me. While I was going down, I grabbed the dog from the throat, and I tried to choke him, the dog, with all my might. The saliva from the dog was coming inside in my eyes, and the blood from where the dog was bleeding. Probably hit him in the nose when I punched him, and tried to go, like I said, to my throat. I hold him with all my might. He almost took my eyes out from the top. The meantime, everybody started working. The Nazi woman said, the dog cannot kill me. Pick up the pistol, wants to shoot me. The dog was on top of me. She was afraid she cannot miss. She cannot hit the dog. Call up the dog, go home and give me 3-4 good shots with every boot. I thought he broke my ribs. And he left it down almost 3/4 dead. Went around the corner, started beating up the woman to go back to work. I want to get up on the ground. I can't even catch up my breath. I thought I was going to die right there. Excuse me a minute. Lahaim, salute. So they left me almost dead on the ground, went around the corner, speed up the woman to go back to work. I took get up, I couldn't even catch up my breath. I thought I was going to die there. The capo, the criminal, the one, the supervisors, are you there? You left your spot, they're beating me up and ordered me to go back where I was working. I barely can hold, I crawl there, finally I cannot hold the shovel. Every time I turn around to see my sister was alive, she wasn't moving anymore. Her beautiful place was covered up with blood. So every time I turn around to see, they beat me again and beat me again. 2-3 hours later, I come to a prisoner woman with a long stretch buggy with 2 wheels, pick up my sister from the ground, they threw her on top like it was trash, and they took her away. And that's the last time I saw my sister. Every time I spoke, she was like a second mother to me. Barely I can walk. Couple of friends helped me to go back to the camp. When I arrived there, my brother Daniel, the boxer, was there. 3 days before they took my older brother David, they put him on block 17. And I was in block 11. My brother Daniel, the boxer, saw me the condition. I was scratching over, bleeding from everywhere. What happened to you? I told him what happened about my sister. We hugged each other, both are crying for a little while about my sister. Then turned around to me, he says, tomorrow morning, as soon as I can open the gate from the barrack, and I go out and I'm going to kick up the Nazis. He was over 6 feet tall, was a giant of a man. I bet you wasn't going to be a champion here too. I said, you crazy, you touch one of them, you are a dead man, you my big brother, depend on you. I don't care what they're gonna do to me. They kill a beautiful sister, a fine lady, a mother for children. I find a wealthy lady help other poor people with money. She don't deserve die worse than an animal. I have to avenge. Please, Daniel, don't be crazy. Someone we got in heaven to help us. By final time say, God, 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 God never was there. So it took me a while to convince him not to not do anything stupid. I find out when you have scratches all over, you're not able to work, they're going to send me straight to the crematorium. I found out it was a Greek Jewish doctor over there from the whole country, a very famous doctor. I looked for him, finally I find him. I said, doctor, please help me. The dog almost ate me alive. What I should do? He said, he was around about 40, 45 years old, and I was about 16 years old at the time. I said, son, he says, nothing I can do. I was a doctor in the whole country. Here I'm a prisoner just like you. I have no medicine, nothing to give you. Please, doctor, help me. Help me what I should do. Give me some ideas what to do. They find out I'm a dead man. He says, well, he says, the only thing I can think of is, says, shed your urine and put a tap in your wounds. Probably you will get infected because when it scratch the dog, it gets infections. So they gave us a bowl about this size here, lunchtime. Was potato shells with hot water, and lucky sometimes you find a piece of horse meat inside. People, hard labor, no need to become like a skeleton. So I have to put the urine somewhere. He ordered me to put the urine on top of my, I used to urine in the same bowl I used to eat. I had too many wounds, not enough urine. I went to other parents and said, anybody got any spare urine? Come in the little bowl, ask collective spare urine to put on top of my wounds. Make the long story short, they took, one day they were building a kitchen, building a house with another kitchen. The camp made much bigger. Auschwitz himself was a small camp. Auschwitz building now was a big camp. This was the crematoriums, was the gas chambers. So pick me, my brother, and a few other prisoners to put a pipe for the kitchen to the water to go from the kitchen. And I was digging there. I saw the door from the kitchen was open. I was just starving. I saw a pile of raw potatoes. I want to go steal a few raw potatoes to eat it. I mean, worms, rotten, doesn't matter. You're starving, everything tastes good. I look around, anybody was looking, nobody was looking. I ran to the kitchen, I saw a few raw potatoes, and I come to my corner. And it says God saw me. Oh, I dare. Go stealing, leave the spot and go stealing potatoes. Come the rifle to shoot me, the gun jumped. That to shoot me, the gun jumped. Then I ran around, start swinging. When I was bobbing the women like I was boxing somebody. Finally hit me one on top in the knee, I got a swelling here, knocked me down on the ground. Hit me another one here on the side, I got a bomb here too. Was a forehead here, they cracked my head, blood was coming from down, from everywhere. He almost beat me to death. But I also brought Daniel the boxer, was a few feet away, could not take it no more. Probably already thought, they already killed my sister, now my little brother. He screamed like a wild animal. I attacked, it was over 6 feet tall. I grabbed the Nazi, the one straight in the face, knocked it down cold, stepped, totally disfigured his face, and he choked him to death on the spot. He killed the Nazi on the spot. They are Nazis. A Jewish killing a Nazi. Doesn't happen that. They could shoot him on the spot while they want to torture him. It was 8 or 9 over there. They are coming, everybody was shooting the rifles. You put a good fight with the bare hands, down, 1 or 2 down. Went from behind, they cracked the head, they left them down for death. I was in the corner, the blood was coming down. I figured, cut them, and I said, we're going to go down, we're going to go fighting. I tried to get up, I couldn't stand on my feet. I couldn't stand, I didn't have the strength. Blood was coming, gushing me in the face. They left him down for death. Every night I used to come out wagon to pick up the one that got killed on the job. Some died for starvation, for hard labor, from diseases. Once in a while, a Nazi guard used to make a bet with another guard. He said, you see the Jew 100 yards from here, I can take him down with the 4th shot. The other one says, okay, I bet you a mark, which 25 cents in American money. 4 marks, $1. The poor guys are working over there, over center, and pow, it got shot, 25 cents. It was worth our life. They picked him, they threw him on the wagon, they took him to the crematorium. Picked up my brother, put him on top in the wagon, they thought he was dead. It was a big guy, took about 2 guys to pick him up. They took him to the camp. Every night was hanging. They want to be afraid. So was 6. The ones that were dead, taken straight to the crematorium. The ones that were alive, they took them out and used that place used to hang them. I don't know if it's hanging over there. The hanging, 6 or 7 were hanging over there. Yeah, well, everybody was hollering, boo, 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 when he was hanging like that. While he was still on the rope, I hollered my and said, Daniel, I said, I do my best to stay alive. If I will survive, I will avenge you. I promise you I will avenge you. I do the best to survive. And I kept my promise. So I have to jump ahead about 2-3 years ahead. In 1945, Germany was losing the war. So the Allies was closing in. They got orders from the headquarters to kill every Jew. They took us to the death march to kill every Jew before the Allies arrived. They don't want European Jews to stay alive. We were marching, we heard 2 guards was talking between them. We got taken to the Black Forest, so we got a big hole right down with a few machine guns, was 11 camps together, over 30,000 people. They got to shoot every one of it. We were marching, 2 guards talking between them. One of my friends either was going to kill us the next day. Said, they're going to get tomorrow, we got nothing to lose. It was in January 1945. Snow was coming from the sky and it started getting dark. So we decided, we got 8 guys together, we knew each other from the gym. As soon as we arrived to the forest, we took off between the woods, the dog was barking, the Germans opened the machine gun, so my friends went down. We ran between, we lost the part of the fence and the branches. We keep running around. Finally, we hide in a barrel manure, we meet 2 American soldiers. They showed where the American army was, and I was fighting them for 6 months side by side with American soldiers. And I received several medals for fighting. I was not afraid to die. So I have to go back to the camp now. I'll come back to that again. In the camp, they left my whole life hanging, my brother in the neck. When I went inside the barrack, I took it so hard, I was feeling guilty. I count on me, my sister got beat up to death. My brother hanged him, I count on me. After the war, when I was living in the United States, I was married with 2 children, I got a nervous broke down. And I entered a mental institute. I spent 9 years. I see everything what happened so many years in the camp. I see seen over and over again. The killing, the hanging, the starvation. So in the morning when I get up to go back to work, my brother still was hanging. When I was going back to work, going 5 by 5, when I got close to him, I touched him, I said, Daniel, I say, hey, I promise you, I will avenge you, you and the family. I will do the best I can to survive. And it says God showed me, I will go touch it, it was hanging there. Come on, touch him with the rifle, I bent down and got him in the shoulder. When I come back from work, he wasn't there no more, took it to the crematorium. And the camp, the people, we used to sleep with the beds over there. You got the beds over there? We used to sleep 8 to 10 people, and one on top and the other one, the wooden beds with no mattresses, no pillows. It doesn't work? Okay. On top of me was 4 growing up men over there, business people, rich people. I was 16 years old. They were talking with them. He says, tomorrow morning, he says, as soon as they're going to open the gate from the barrack, we're going to go and jump in the electric wires and commit suicide. Now, a lot of people cannot take the punishment. They should go and commit suicide in the electric wires over there. What's the matter? You're going to kill yourself like the Germans killed more Nazis? What's the use living? They killed my wife, they killed my children, they took everything I worked all my life. There's no life, they beat me every day. Come one and say, what's the matter with you, kid? You're only a teenager. I was 16 years old at the time. They killed my wife, my children, took everything. You're never going to make it. We're all going to die sooner or later. No way we're going to survive. Come on, don't give up. Says, no way, he says, we're never going to make it here. Attack convinced says, no way, he says, sooner or later, nobody's going to survive here. Sooner or later, everybody's going to end in the crematorium. I was a very wealthy man in the whole country. They beat me every day. They treat me worse than an animal. I cannot live this side. They killed my family. What's the use living? I said, listen, I tried to convince them to stay alive. Do yourself a favor and everybody else. What do you want me to do? I said to die early in the morning. Why don't you go to work like every day? The way you can avenge your family, they put you dig there. As soon as Nazi guy come next to you, try to give you some orders. Before police guy, you got the pigs, take one with you. They can do more than kill you. That's what I used to preach all the time. When I hear somebody, I say, never give up. If you have to die, die fighting like a man. Satan not with you. So, excuse me. Every Sunday morning, used to come a doctor by the name Joseph Bingalow. Nickname is the Angel of Death. He used to make experiment on men, women in Chile to make a super race. He used to take us early in the morning, Sunday morning, outside the barrack, totally naked. He used to select the one too skinny to the gas chamber to the crematory. The one a little bit to live, got another week to live. Every Sunday was the selection. So after Sunday morning, I used to go. My brother David was at Block 17. I went to look for him to give him the news about my sister and my brother both got killed. I arrived there, I looked for him all over, I cannot find no place. Finally, I find somebody I know from the whole country. I said, do you saw my brother David? Yes, I saw him this morning. What is it? I want to talk to him. Sorry, it's not anymore. What is it? Joseph Mingalo sent to the gas chamber this morning. Was the last member of my family. A boy 16 years old, how can I keep the promise I gave to my brother, gave his life away for me. If he was not interfering, the German was going to kill me to death, for sure. I saw it many times. And the camp used to bring people from all over Europe. The crematoriums only they can kill so many a day. So they kill 6 million in 3 years, 2 million a year. So when they had too many people, they wanted to put them, used to dig a big hole, put a few machine guns around, put them, the newcomers, put them around, and used to shoot them. I saw it happen 2-3 times. One time I know we're going to just get shot very soon. As soon as I open fire, I jump inside the hole over there, I put a dead body on top and put some blood and act like I was shot. I don't move around. After everybody got shot, was a few soldiers on the top of anybody was moving, pow, pow, and somebody was left, ha, 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 pow. Still, me, I don't move, I know, and I put a dead body, I miss some blood. As soon as everybody left, I sneak out, and I'm going back to my barrack. This do very often, they kill, because the crematorium, the gas chamber only kill so many. In Warsaw, Poland, was an uprising. It was the biggest ghetto in Poland, Europe, over 500,000 people. Got people from all over Poland in the Warsaw ghetto. Over there, you take every week or 2 weeks, take a few times a time, take them to different camps, was crematoriums over there, to bury them. The camp get little by little, get less and less and less people. The few thousands that left, they find out, the people disappear, they find out why they take them to another camp to kill them. So they got a few thousand together, got a few guns together, they put a fight against the Germans, get a few Germans. The Germans come with the big weapons, start killing the Jews in the Warsaw ghetto. The Jews fought almost a month against the Germans. Destroyed the whole ghetto, men, women, and children. It took 1,000 Greek Jews from Birkenau, Auschwitz, because we don't speak no Polish, no Yiddish, and no German. It took us over there. When we arrived there, was thousands dead people on the ground, men, women, and children. With the point of a gun, they make us to bury them. The maggot was coming out from the nose, from the mouth, from the dead people laying on the sun over there. They were totally decomposed. We started burying those dead people with no protection. The maggots was falling on top on us. People start getting from diseases. From the 1,000, more than 3/4 died from disease. Lucky I don't got sick. So after that, they make us to destroy the whole ghetto, the Warsaw ghetto. The meantime, the Russia was coming. The ones taken out from Poland, taken somewhere in Germany. We don't know the time. I found out later from Warsaw all the way down to Tachau, Germany, 900 kilometers. They was 2 camps over there. Around about 30,000, 35,000, and make us too much, day in and day out, day in, day out. The water cannot continue to what they used to shoot him and throw him in a truck and take him somewhere to bury them. Me, I was an athlete, I can take it. But 100 miles from Warsaw was a big river. They make us to swim the river. Anybody don't cross the river, they used to shoot them. So quite a few dead people on top of the river flying around. Me, I was a good swimmer. I make it from the other side. And we keep marching day in, day out. But no food, no nothing. We eat wherever we find on the road. Leaves, roots, wherever we find. Sometimes they put us in a slope. You can watch from the top up. If you slide, you cannot walk around. There are trucks and they shoot him and throw him on the truck. I don't know if the truck is there. Yes. So the truck is coming back to fill it up again. So we keep going. But sometimes putting a slope like that, they watch from the top. We had the wooden shoes. You slide like that, you fall down, you cannot continue the march, shoot on the truck. So and the slope over there, I went close to a tree. I took my prisoner jacket, I tied to a skinny tree. The way I almost slide out, fell down. They gave us from the beginning a spoon. I started digging around, finding some roots. I used to eat the roots, whatever it was. Worms, everything tastes good. So they keep going. The meantime, a truck used to go up, pick up the dead ones, the ones that cannot continue the march. We start about 30,000, keep doing day in and day out. But the 7, 8 days we were working, the Germans used to have a bicycle. He used to go 1 mile and stop, and another soldier gave him a break. The one that did not continue, they used to go on the truck. They have a break. When we arrived in the 7, 8 days, we arrived in a big hill like that. Come a sergeant to me, a German sergeant, said to me, take my bag and take it up to the hill. My God, I said, if I say no, he's going to shoot me on the spot. The meantime, snow was coming from the sky, and James Bar so they gave me the bike. I could not move it. I have a friend next to me. I said, please help me. I said, are you crazy? Please help me. Okay, he went from the front. I went from the back, push. And the back had a stand with a big back over there. Well, the meantime, it came dark car. When I was pushing, I felt something was warm in the back. I saw the front of mine, in the front, something's in the back hot. Open it up. Are you crazy? You're going to find it. You never going to recognize. We all skinny, the same uniform, bald-headed. No way. You make it to open. We opened the back over there. Was 2 liters of hot tea with sugar. Wow, I don't have this for a long time. A big German loaf of bread, salami, bologna. I don't know if it's supplies over there. How much the supplies is. We started in. By the time we arrived up to the hill, we got rid of the bike. The German look over there. Anybody's come with the bike, he cannot see. Took the one with the bike, we don't see bike, we don't see nothing. Finally, we keep coming. By the time we arrived in the bar in Tachau, we started about 30,000, only 1,700 make it over there. And in Tachau. Staying over there for a couple of months in Tachau. For the other took us on different camp, was a forest over there. The name was Riedenburg. I start to remember that. We will come back to me. And another came to clear up the forest to make a road. Over there, the labor was very, very hard, chopping trees, and the trees knocking down. Sometimes the trees fell in their own direction. They used to kill prisoners. They picked me and another 20, 30 prisoners, dig holes to bury those people in a hole. Before we bury them, they gave us a pair of pliers, open the mouth on the dead person. If I got a good tooth, take the goat, put in a bucket. When the German wasn't looking, I still caught a few of those. End of the war, I make myself a ring. I don't know if you got the ring there. Maybe in a minute. Is the ring there? No, not yet. It's coming. There it is. Okay. We make a ring with a Jewish star after the war ended. I still got a few gold tools from the dead people. And the ring I make as a weapon. In each corner of the Jewish star, I put a little knife. And after the war, when I see a Nazi part of the uniform, I pick up a fight on purpose because I was a boxer. I used to have a few fights. After I beat the hell from the Nazi, I put the ring in the front of him and I say, you're not put Nazi anymore, you're part Jewish. I put you a Jewish stamp on you. And showing the Jewish star. So after we used to bury 500, 600 prisoners in one grave. After we buried them, they gave us some plants. The Allies was closing in. Gave us some plants, a little trees and bushes. fell on top in the grave, they will cover up the crime. So when the Allies come, I don't know that people on the bottom. So we work there. The meantime, again, close to 1945. The places come bomb all over. As soon as the Germans go hide in the bunker, I went straight to the chicken to steal a bread, to find a loaf of bread. They're gonna get a bullet and I get a loaf of bread. Take my chances. One of the two, a bullet or a loaf of bread. So at the meantime, again, 1945, the Allies was closing in, coming in. So the Tiger orders from the headquarters, take all the Jews in a big black forest and cover up. Was 11 camps over there, over 30,000 people. They put us on the march to execute every one of it. We marched in day in and day out, living very funny, leaves, roots, very funny, and the way together. We were working, was January 1945. Two soldiers was coming between me and says, tomorrow morning we got the machine guns over there, we're gonna shoot every one of it, and before the Allies arrive. My friend said, they're gonna kill us tomorrow, what are we gonna do? Well, we got nothing to lose. Let's try to escape. As soon as we arrived close to the forest over the meantime, again dark, so 1945, storm was coming from the sky. As soon as we arrived close to the forest, make us see, we ran between the woods. The dog was barking. The Germans opened the machine guns. Two of my friends went down. Part of my face, part of my uniform, and the branches. Once in a while, you hit a little tree, the snow fell on top of you, become like a snowman. Like a stone. It was so cold in January, it gets below zero in Germany. It was so shaking and means the nose was running, it's to face right here. Tears coming from the eyes, this is one here. After we walk, running, I used to holler to them in Greek. The Germans shooting. I said, don't run straight, run exactly the way it can get you. So we ran after it started getting dark, the Germans started to chase us. We working down at night, it was so cold, we're never gonna make it in the morning. Or we're gonna freeze to death, or we're gonna starve for hunger. We don't need 3 days. As soon as it's getting light, I said to those guys, listen, I said, we're making a terrible mistake. We're working on top in the snow, we're leaving footprints. The Germans gonna come in the morning, gonna follow the footprints, and that's what then we all gonna get shot. What the hell you want us to do? We cannot fly, we're not birds. I said, get an idea. We're working this way in the snow, right? How about this work back cross? When the Germans gonna come looking for us, we're going this way. The foot will show the opposite direction. So it worked backwards. Like I said, we was so frozen in a minute, so we're gonna die, we're gonna start for hunger, we're gonna freeze to death. Finally, we arrived outside the forest. We saw a farmhouse. We watched for a little while. An old farmer come out missing a leg, come out with a bucket, start feeding the pigs in a drought over there. Put 2, 3 buckets over there. As soon as we went inside, we was so frozen, we can't even close our eyes. There I think like a yarmulke. As soon as the farmer went inside, we pulled the pigs, we took some food, we ate as quick as possible, went for the second time. The farmer here was on the food from the pigs, so 6 prisoners, 8 we escaped, 2 got shot, we were running, 6 left. We saw with the striped uniform, come out with the rifles and shoot. It was people couldn't hit nobody, nothing. We ran away from there, here we saw a bomb. It was so cold in a minute, so we were gonna freeze to death. So we tried to open the door from the bar, we couldn't even open, the end was frozen. Finally we opened the door, it was full of manure and 4 lights. It was so cold, when the manure was coming steam out. We took a dive in the manure, we covered ourselves up to that, oh gosh, we like a jacuzzi. We don't smell nothing, we're not humans anymore. We said, after we started getting warm, I said to this guy, listen, I said, the Germans, about 100 yards from here, they're gonna come, they're gonna kill us. Well, let's each one take an hour to watch anybody's coming. Each one took an hour to watch, the morning was my turn. So, in the morning I was watching, I was saying, 2 soldiers coming, they don't look Germans, a different uniform, dark complexion, and speaking a foreign language. I said to my friends, 2 soldiers, well, let's get prepared. Somebody pick a fork for the fertilizer, another shovel, another pick, I pick a 2x4. The soldier put the head around me, the machine gun, look anybody was there, ready to hit him. I saw he was not a German, I stopped. Or send a holler to me, say, keep going, stop, I'm gonna shoot you. At that time I don't speak English, I didn't have connection with the English language. My sister come from Spain. I don't know if anybody knows the story from the Spanish Inquisition. We used to speak Latino. It's a mix of Hebrew and Spanish. I'm sure the rabbi knows that. The Jewish Inquisition from Spain at the time of Columbus. You know, anyway, my sister, anyway, my sister come from Spain at the time of Christopher Columbus. We speak Spanish and Hebrew, a mixture. They call him Latino. I said to my friend Latino, I said, no sé qué dice soldado, no entiendo. Anybody speak Spanish? Nobody. Mamma mia, che puerca la miseria, non capisco niente così a parlare. By the way, I speak only 10 languages. Anybody wants to try me out? I picked him up in the death camp. All right. So I said in Spanish, no sé qué, I don't know what the soldier is talking about. In Latino, it seems like Spanish. The soldier said, I was Espanol, tend to be was two Mexican-American soldiers. From where you guys come from hell, falling manure. We told him what happened. He got so angry, swearing in Spanish, in English. I don't know what I was saying in English. I told him, I said, you got anything to eat? What I can do for you guys? Then we started me. I said, I got to look on the side, find a few crackers. We gave it the crackers. Then I told him, you know what? I said, the old man tried to kill us. Tried to kill us, start swearing again. He says, vamos, lo vamos a matar. Let's go, we're going to go kill him. Each one picked up a German looking for a dead German soldier, and I got to me, and I got my friend, went inside the warehouse over there. They broke the door. The old man was inside. He said to me in Spanish, lo que es matar, mátalo. You want to kill him, kill him. So the old man was in the corner shaking. I picked up the gun. I said, Daniel, I say, German new wars goes down. I tried to shoot him. The old man started crying, and the time I spoke German pretty good. I picked it up in 3-4 just like as good as a German. Said to me in German, please don't kill me. He says, I hate Hitler myself. He destroyed the country. Look, the German is totally destroyed. One of my sons got killed fighting with General Ramo. He was a very famous general in Germany, General Ramo in North Africa. Another of my sons, a prisoner in Russia. I don't know if he's yet alive. My wife got killed from the bombs, from the eyes. I lost my leg from the bombs. Please don't kill me. The old man was crying. I don't want to kill an old man like that. A crying old man. I want to get myself a Nazi general, not a crippled old man. I put the gun down. The Mexican soldier, ¿de qué no lo matas? Why don't you kill him? I tell him, déjalo, por favor, leave him alone. He's a poor guy. I told him he lost his family. I don't want to kill anything like that. I won't be able to live with myself. I want to kill somebody important. So the Mexican soldier said, go in the house, take anything you want. I pick up the gun. I said to the old man in German, wo hast du deine Esse? Anybody speak German? Nobody. Können Sie Deutsch sprechen? Ich kann sehr gut Deutsch. Haben Sie mich geschlagen, habe ich gelernt die Sprache.
Ich bin ein Franzose.
Ich verstehe nicht, was Sie sagen, meine Herren. Anyway, let's go back to the English. Most people here speak English. E capisci cosa devo parlare, signore e signorita? Non capisco niente cosa parlo. Okay. So, he said to me, the Mexican, American soldier said to me, go take anything you want from the house. We don't want nothing to eat. We don't eat for so many days. We're starving. Pick up the gun. I said in German, wo hast du deine Essen? Where you give your food? He said, down in the cellar. We went down in the cellar over there. Was so much food there. Each one pick a burla back. I would fill it up with food. My food was a 5 gallons of only. We say 8 we escaped, only 6 left. 2 got shot. Each one 30, 40 pounds of food there. Oh, we were very fine over there. We want to go with the soldiers. The 2 Mexican soldiers said, no, you cannot come with us. Says, we got to make you go that way. But if you go this way by a mile, you find the American army. We don't have the strength to go that far. We don't need for so many days. I went to the Mexican soldier. I said, do me a favor. I said, give me your name and your address. If I survive the war, I will look for you or I will find you. I don't care where you live. You help us out, and I will repay you what you do for us. He wrote the name and address. I put them in the prisoner's fallen manure. When they pick up the food, went to the bar over there, we start eating. And eat. We don't eat for so many days. The stomach is gonna pop in the middle. Mentally, we still were hungry. 3 days later, everybody got so sick. Oh, my stomach, my stomach. After 2 days, 2 of my friends died from overeating. I was ready to die myself. I ate too much too fast for malnutrition. 4 left on the 8, we escaped. We spent about a week inside in the manure. The German was not too far from there. We eat the shoes and everything. Finally, after a week, we got the strength. We decided we're going to go meet the American Army. And we start crawling, start in the morning, crawling between bushes. It took us all day to finally meet the American Army. We found a sergeant, he was a Frenchman, born in the United States, but Spanish from French. One of my friends spoke very good French. We told him what happened. He said, okay, we're going to help you. He gave us a call up the medic. The medic took some white powder on us because the lice was running around like an army. All over they go, some go inside the skin and suck your blood, and the fleas too. So took some white powder to kill the, gave us a soap and a towel. He says, go wash in the river, we're gonna get you find some clothes. Went around, started asking anybody got any spare clothes. He gave me a jacket, a pair of pants, a pair of shoes. He was dressed like an American soldier, but skinny ones. So he gave us something to eat. Then I find a helmet on the ground, a rifle from a dead American soldier. I took it, the rifle, and I put the helmet, tied and I had the uniform, American uniform, and I was fighting in the United States for 6 months, from house to house, from village to village, from city to city. I had a death wish. I want to die fighting with a machine gun, with a rifle, with a handgun, whatever. That's the way I want to die. That's what my wish was. I don't want to die in the crematorium like a fried chicken. I want to just die killing some Nazis. And I was fighting with them for several months. I received several medals for fighting. Once in a while, a soldier dropping the line of fire. He was howling, medic, medic, medic. I said, the guy needs something. Are you crazy? I go there. I'm going to get killed before I get there. Fire is coming from everywhere. Well, I'm not afraid to die. I went one of my friends, he took the wounded soldier. We gave it to the medic. We did quite a few times. Was a soldier over there. Everybody used to call him yes, sir. Yes, sir. It turns to be was a highly ranked officer, but they call him yes, sir. I thought his name was yes, sir, because I don't speak any English. So when yes, sir was going from one place to another, went down. I said to my friend, yes, sir is down. Okay, let's go pick him up. As soon as we went to pick him up, fire coming from everywhere, my friend went down. Are you okay? No, he says, I'm dying. I took a few nuts with me, he done my arm. I tried to pick up yes, sir. I went a few steps back, I got shot in my knee. I got a graze in the knee here. I was not a major thing, just grazed me like that. I think it's a picture there somewhere. So I handed the thing to the medic, and they took him away, and I forgot about him. I thought it was another soldier. I don't know, he was a highly ranked officer. So at night, I have Mexican friends of mine. I spoke Spanish, I just spoke in English. And I asked him, I said, how's life in the United States? Oh, pretty good. What happens if you don't work, you work with somebody, you don't like your job, or you just quit? Wow, you can do that. From when I come, they kill you right away. How about if you are sick? You call up your boss, you tell them, I'm not feeling good today. I stay home and you take the day off. Oh my God, you can do that too. From when I come, they send you straight to the crematorium. And once in a while, he says, I don't feel like going to work. It's a nice day outside. I call my boss, I tell him, I'm sick today. You go to the beach, you go fishing, my God, what a country. If I survive, that's where I'm going to live. Once be heaven. So the war is going back and forth, back and forth. Over Centricom, one of the Mexican friends to me, and a highly ranked officer is looking for you. What, I did something wrong? I don't know, he's over there on the jeep. I went on the jeep over there, so somebody for the bandages. Then to me was yes, sir. Over sending a holler to me, and he said, hey, soldier, come here. Wow, he called me a soldier, what an honor. I told the time I was a goddamn Jew. I went to him and said, yes, sir. He said, you're the bravest man in the whole platoon. He says, if you weren't helping me out, I was going to bleed to death. Thank you very much. I'm sorry about your friend got shot and killed to try to save me. he thanked me 1,000 times. He say, I owe my life to you. You're the best soldier in the whole platoon. He says, you said something special. And he handed me the Purple Heart. Then he sent me quite a few medals over there. He don't know I was a civilian. He saw me the uniform, and one kind of a name was here to that end. And he saw me fighting. He thought I was one of the soldiers, but I was not a soldier. And he gave me the several medals. So the war kept going back and forth, Then we arrived in a city of Atos. There was quite a few snipers over there. He killed quite a few American soldiers. I went to the sergeant says, anybody volunteer to go check for the soldiers? Was quite a few buildings over there. Another soldier and I, we decided to go and check for the snipers. We crawling from one house to another, watching where there was. Over a sudden, we opened a door. The American soldier was in the front of me. From somewhere come a German with a bayonet. He was in the front door. He killed the American soldier with the bayonet. I tried to grab him. He stepped in my hand, and probably there's a picture over there. Yeah, he stepped in my stomach. Got a scar here. Yeah, I grabbed his hand. I was at the time about 20-something years old. I was not seeing anymore. Because when the soldiers used to complain about the food, I said, you don't like the food? Bring it here, bring it. Before I know, I was getting strong and strong where I used to be. I took a bayonet, I ran him through and through with his own bayonet. I don't know if his bayonet is there.
Not yet, Dad. Well, that's it's not the bayonet for when you got hurt. There.
I got the bayonet in the house. I killed him with his own bayonet. So the wars keep going back and forth like that. We keep going on. So finally, end of the war, come an officer sometimes say, man, we got good news. The Italy is dead. Germany are conditionally surrounded, and soon we're gonna go home. So for the 8 we escaped, only 3 left. I 2 got shot when we were running, 2 died for overeating, 1 to save our ranked officer. Only 3 left on the 8 we escaped. We asked them, I said, how about us? We want to go with you guys to the United States. It's a nice country, a good place. Sorry, I cannot take you. You're not in America, you're not a soldier. If you want to go to the United States, it says you have to go to American consulate, apply for immigration, don't wait to get to the United States. One of the soldiers have a radio in the back with a long antenna, the old fashion, call up the headquarters. They say, I've got 3 Holocaust survivors. What are we going to do with those guys? They told me, it's a camp filled up we've taken those survivors over there. They put us in a jeep. They took us to camp filled up. In the meantime, my stomach got infected because I wasn't taking good care of it. An American doctor helped me. So we spent over there over there was a gym, a swimming pool, a restaurant. One time was a German camp over there. The German soldiers lived there. The food was good. Was over 7 years. The Nuremberg trial was going on at the time. Anybody hear about the Nuremberg trial? Nobody. Are you sure guys know what's going on? was convicted, those criminals, the one that commit so much crime, they killed 6 million innocent people. So the 3 survivors, each one we had a pistol, a German Luger we took for a dead soldier we killed. We decided the one used to make a bet in the camp. I take the Jew for one mark. You guys remember that? I take him down for 1 mark. The 3 survivors, we decide, we each talk between me, say which part of the Germany come from. We look in them up, we find where the places come from. We used to go and hunt him down. We used to find him, tack, and kill him and run away. Kill him and run away. We did it for 6 months. After 6 months, Germany was over there, was not anymore Nazi country, become a democracy. If you commit a crime, you go arrested. So, also, one time I was working, so we cannot go kill him anymore, those guys, otherwise we go to jail. I was working in West Berlin one time, crossing over St. I saw somebody was working over there, looking good. Tends to be was Officer Hans, the one who shot my cousin. They say I'm not a friend from a Jew. He came right in the front of me. I found him for 3-4 blocks. Finally, I went behind him. I said, German, Hans, Mr. Hans. He turned around and said, Jawohl. He thought I was a German. Time I spoke with German. He said, you cut them, murdered you, so many innocent people. Oh, me, I never killed nobody. You're wrong. How could I forget you? You killed so many people. I still got scars in my back from the beating. You get me? Oh, it wasn't me. The time I already had 2, 3, 4 fights already. I used to work out in the gym. I was strong. Before I gave him 3 good shots, I knocked him to the ground. I beat the hell from him. If he wasn't moving anymore, he had some beautiful boots on the feet. He took his boots away from his feet. He took his swastika belt. I went to his pocket. There's quite a few thousand German marks over there. The time I had a couple of girlfriends, spent my money on my girlfriends. Then I went inside and I found a very rare coin. I don't know if the coin is there. Is the coin there? Yeah. And before the war, a very fancy Zeppelin flew up from Germany to the United States. The time was no war yet. They call him the Hindenburg, the Zeppelin Hindenburg. Blew up in the sky with the passengers inside over New Jersey. I know the name of the Zeppelin Hindenburg. It will be a few coins of it, 5 silver marks. When I was going to his pocket, I find out one of those coins, and the coin is over there, 5 silver marks. I took it there for him too. The meantime, I was quite a few civilians, German over there, hollering, Polizei, police, police, police. The German Nazi was over there. It was a regular democracy. I figured I better get out of here before I get arrested. As they arrested the civilians over there and I hollered to them in German. I said to them, I pointed to the Nazi, ist die super Rasse. Eine kleine Jude, die Schaß ausgeschlagen. Verstehen Sie meine Herren? So I turn around, I translate in English. I said, it is not a super race. A little Jew beat the chest for him. I left him on the ground. From there, I went back to the Camp Eldafin over there. And over there, I started organized Jewish boys to try to develop a homeland for the Jews, the land of Israel. And one of those helped to create a homeland for the Jews. I used to go from refugee camp to refugee camp. I used to talk to the young people who want to become members of the Ergun, Menachem Begin. Anybody heard the name before? Okay. I was working for him. But I used to go and I used to tell him, listen, we've been kicked around for thousands of years. It's by time we should have our own country, our own government, from the Nazis, from the Spaniards, from the Romans. And I'll go preach around and start organizing members to become members of the Ergun. I used to come from camp to camp, organize people. Then the meantime, I got orders from Menachem Begin. There was quite a few Jews living behind the Soviet Union. Europe was occupied from the Soviet, most of Europe from the Soviet Union. I was go sneak inside in the Russia border over there and take Jewish people, take them all the way down to Israel.
On a truck, no.
It's not there, huh?
The truck is there.
Okay. I used to, that's what I want my job, bringing people to take them to Israel. Later on, the Arabs was complaining to the British not to allow Jews to come there. The Arabs used to come in the middle of the night in the small kibbutzim, villages, used to kill men, women, and children. I got orders from Menachem Begin to start organizing making weapons to Palestine. So after the World War II, was a lot of weapons to buy black market. We used to buy weapons and deliver it to Palestine. I did it for 2 years, 1947, 1948. I was taking weapons to Palestine, just can defend themselves. We are an Italian fisherman. They pay him good money. We built a first bottom on the bottom. After the war, was a lot of weapons to buy black market. We used to buy weapons black market with a first bottom on top of two fishes and taken all the way down to Palestine. We arrived close to Haifa. The British Coast Guard as soon as they come, they used to check to see who was coming. We all speak good Italian. We're an Italian fisherman on top of the boat, you're a flag, an Italian flag. As soon as they come, start speaking each other Italian. Oh, they're not Jews, they're Italian. We went through and delivered the weapons to Haifa. The other one was waiting over there. I was doing for almost 2 years, bringing back, 1947, 1948, bringing weapons. Sometime before 1940, right about 2-3 months before Israel became a state, the Jews got angry, they blew up the King David in Israel. Anybody know the story about that? Nobody knows that too. So the British was very angry with the Jews who had blown the King David. The hotel, quite a few British soldiers got killed there. It was very strict. When they catch you taking weapons, they arrest you and they put you in prison. So we were taking weapons one time. Somebody put a finger, they find out we got weapons. We got in a fight with them and I shootout with the British. Some of my friends got killed. I got arrested. They got me. They took me to an island in Cyprus. They put me over there, and over there was a refugee camp, but they put me in prison because they called me I was a criminal. So every day used to come a British officer with 2 guards, and they used to torture me every day. I should tell me who are the members from the Irgunai, the Jewish underground soldiers. Used to beat me every day. One time he used to put in a little room, cement, totally naked, with a powerful fire hose. He used to hose me down, used to knock me on the ground, he used to torture me every day. I should tell him who the head man of the Irgun was, which was Menachem Begin. So every day, for a few months, they beat the heck out of me every day. One day, I was in the room over there, was in cop, he had 2 guys, one on each side there, and they started beating me with the whip in the face. I got so angry that I couldn't take it no more. I said to the British officer, if you are a man and an officer, I say, and a soldier, why don't you send the 2 guards out and uncap my hands? You and me go one-on-one, I will tear you apart. He was so insulted when I called him like that, a tall senior officer. He got so angry, put the gun in my head. He says, every time you used to come, I never talk, he used to beat me up. If you don't tell me your name, I'm going to blow your brains out. He said, I count up to 3. 1, 2, okay, don't shoot. I tell you one name. What's your name? What's your first name? Baruch. What's your middle name? Ata. What's your last name? Adonai. He wrote down. He wrote down my name, then he took a picture and he put it in the file. After they tortured me for a few months, finally decided they got other prisoners to interrogate me, let me out on the yard, walk around there. All of a sudden, I was walking on the yard, all of a sudden, said, 2 guys speaking in Greek. I thought I was in England. I don't know where I was. I went to one of the guys and said, how come you speak Greek? What do you mean Greek? This is Greece. What place is that? This the island of Cyprus. And what are you doing here? I said, I don't know. They're telling me I'm a Jew. I'm not a Jew. I swear to Jesus, I'm not a Jew. I made the cross. The guy believed me. Say they do. I showed the scars, the beating I used to have. They do this to you, blah, blah, blah. I said, we're going to help you to escape from here. Got a few go together. And finally one day, they said, we're going to help you to escape. They said, get straight possible to island as quick as possible before you get arrested. And if they catch you, don't say we're the one who will help you. We don't want to get in trouble. So when I was walking, they helped me to escape. I ran straight to the harbor over there, about 2-3 blocks from the prison was there. I was going around over there. I was seeing 3-4 fishermen was talking in Greek. He says one of the men was sick. He was sick. I went to the captain, I mean the head. I said, listen, I say, one of your men is sick. I hear you guys going to fish in Italy. If you give me a ride, I will work for you guys for 2-3 weeks for free. I want to get out of the island as quick as possible. He says, you want to work for free? Come on the boat. I went on the boat over there. I worked very hard. I don't want to get suspicious. And now we used to eat barbecue fish. We used to sing Greek songs with them together. After 2-3 weeks, I had a good time there. After 2-3 weeks, finally they dropped me in Italy. In Italy, I was singing. They took my money, everything else. I figured I have to go. My wife was living in Salzburg, Austria, and I was in Italy. It was 600 miles away. She was praying with my daughter. And every time I left the house, I tell them I went to do black market. At the time was everything black market. Nothing was in the stores. Everything you buy in black market. And every time I left, I don't tell I was a member from the Ergun. Was very secret. And I said, I'll go away doing some black market, bringing some money. So finally, when they dropped me in Italy over there, I want to find a way to go to Salzburg, Austria. My wife was there. I went to the railroad station over there. The guy with the uniform. I went there and I said, which trains goes for me to Salzburg? They go, see the guys over there. Which one goes to Salzburg? Show me one with animals over there. Yeah, I said, there was a few civilians in the front trains, and the last wagon, open wagon, was animals inside. But he wasn't looking over there. I went over to jump inside. When I going through, I saw a stand over there, with all kinds of newspapers over there. Over there, I saw my picture over there. Wanted dangerous criminal, Baruch atah Adonai. I bring 2, 3 papers to show one time to my grandchildren. I jump inside the train over there, between the animals, 15, 20 hours, finally I arrived at Salzburg, Austria. When I arrived there, my wife got so angry. What the hell you be? You left me a pregnant woman. She was pregnant with my daughter. So I was afraid to tell him, not to say I was a member of the Ergun. They finally, the British was showing my picture where they wanted dangerous criminal. So I went in a religious Orthodox store, dressed myself with the false payers, the false bear. They won't recognize me. So finally, they showed pictures everywhere. I was afraid I was going to get caught. So my wife was born in Vienna, Austria. She was a Viennese Jew. At the time was occupied by the Soviet Union. Any country was occupied by the Soviet Union was just to get a visa to come to America. She applied for a visa to come to America. So finally she found out the papers was I was a wanted man. She said to me, you better, I want to say that to show one time to my grandchildren. He said, you better get your papers away. At that time was the Cold War between Russia and the United States. When you go to the United States, you open the suitcases. See if you are a spy or if you are a communist or something, So they're going to open the suitcase, they're going to find out how you got the papers inside. You're a wanted criminal, they're going to arrest you, put you in jail. Yes. And she made me burn the papers. My daughter knows the story. Burn the papers. So finally we got the visa, we come to the United States, I come to Denver, Colorado. In Denver, Colorado, right here, and West Colfax. We come to Denver, Colorado. The time was in 1949. It was very hard to find a job. I couldn't find no job. I did a little boxing. In my time, I don't pay very much money. I don't speak no English. I don't have no education or nothing. It was a very hard time for me to survive. Finally, I got a job in upholstery. 5 years later, I became a manager. Life was very good. Finally, family living very good. I have 2 children at the time, a boy and a girl. Very peaceful life, no killing anymore, no shooting, no running for nobody. I was saying I get nightmares. A night was coming, everything back to me, what happened in the camp. But the way they hang my brother, the way they beat my sister, the way they beat my parents, everything else. I start getting nightmares. I get a night screaming and hollering, and my wife used to wake me up, wake up, wake up. Well, I'm not in the concentration camp, I'm in my house. Every night it's getting worse and worse and worse. One night I was dreaming, and my wife used to tell me, well, you go see a doctor, you need some help. The soldiers, when they come from the war, they get the same problem. They get nightmares. I say, you need some help, you go get some help. I say, oh, come on, it's gonna pass. So finally one night I was dreaming, 2 salesmen wanted to encap me, come here and say, you don't belong in this country, we're gonna take you back to Birkenau. You don't belong here. I said, you goddamn Nazis, you're gonna take me alive this time. When my wife was pushed, I threw one punch like that in my wife, right in the face here. The more she was screaming, the more I beat her up, I almost beat her up to death. I was dreaming the way the Germans broke out in my house, in the whole country, beat up my grandparents, my parents, my sisters, myself. I thought I was dreaming, the Nazis was beating I almost beat her up to death. Finally, I opened my eyes, she was screaming, oh my God, what is this beautiful woman? was a very beautiful lady. I grabbed her, took her to the hospital, into the emergency, spent a couple of weeks over there. Every time I called her up to talk to her, she don't want to talk to me. She said, "You are a sick man, you need help. If you don't gonna get no help, I cannot live with you, I'm gonna divorce you. One of the days, you're gonna kill me. You need some help." So I'm not coming home no more. If I went to see a doctor, I saw my family doctor, I cannot help you, you have to go see a psychiatrist. So I recommend to a psychiatrist, he gave me some pills, nothing happened. And then he said I was getting nightmares again. So I have to put you in a hospital. He gave me the address somewhere in East Denver, I don't remember. It was in the middle 50s, 52, 53, I don't remember. I went there, the nurse was waiting for me in the front of the mental institute. Went there, the nurse said, "Yeah, the doctor called us what to do with you." They took me in a little room, in the morning come with a wheelchair. They took me in another room, they shaved my hair from the head, and they put me in a bed, they tied my hands with cloth and my feet like that, they started giving me shot treatments. So I was telling the streets, I was shaking all over a week or two. I forgot my name, I forgot who I was, I forgot I was married, I forgot everything. So torture was very, very bad. Every day, daily shot treatments. When I was there for 2-3 months, I could not take it no more. I said to the doctor, "Listen, doctor, if you don't want to release me, I sign here myself, come voluntarily, I'm going to walk out of the hospital. I can't take this torture anymore." Well, he says, "I gave you a test, see how you doing." He put me a puzzle from butterflies. It took me a long time to put it together. Finally, I put the puzzle together say, "I see some improvement." He says, "Tomorrow morning, you don't take no shot treatments, go to the cafeteria over there and meet the other patients." Where is the cafeteria? Show me where it was, because at night I hear all this screaming. I went to the cafeteria over there. As soon as I walked, was a few tables over there, a few patients. One was calling, operator, hell is talking to. In the 50s, there was no cell phone. Well, I'm in a crazy house. Went further down, was 3 or 4 with a strange uniform. One of them called me, come on, are you no patient? "Yes." "What's your name?" I told him one name. "What's your name?" "I'm Alexander the Great." "What?" I was the other guy, Napoleon Bonaparte. The other guy, Great Caesars. "What's your title?" I said, "I have no title, I'm a simple person." I said, "Oh, you cannot sit with us, we're very famous around here." "Yeah. Okay, I'll go sit somewhere else." I ate my breakfast, and I said, next morning when I arrived there, she said, call me, come on. I said, what do you want? He says, "You have a tile today?" "No, I have no tile, I'm the same man I was yesterday." "Come on, Caesar." I said, "What the hell you tell me, you crazy? It's 2,000 years, it's dead already." "Tell you, gave me that balloon." He got so angry. For a minute, I thought he was going to punch me. I just finally tried to defend myself. 2-3 months later, finally the doctor discharged me. I used to see him once a month in his office. He used to tell me, he said, "I have to talk something special." I said, "Very important." "What is it, doctor?" He said, "Albert," he says, "do yourself a favor. Don't talk about the Holocaust, because if you're going to talk, we're going to take you 9 minutes back again. Don't talk about it. I'll tell you, if you go tell your story to somebody, I'll tell you can survive so many times death. Nobody will believe you. So do yourself a favor, don't talk about the Holocaust. Possibly you're going to get nightmares. If you get sick again, you're gonna hurt somebody. The last time you almost kill your wife. Probably this time you're gonna kill her. So you are a very sick man. Never talk about the Holocaust, so forget about it. And for 50 years, I never spoke about the Holocaust. My children said to me, "Daddy, what's your number in the hand?" It's an old telephone number. And I never talked about the Holocaust. My youngest daughter took a trip around Europe and accidentally ended up one of those concentration camps over there. They find out what the number was. They used to ask me one little, "How come, Daddy, we don't have no grandparents like my friends, or cousins or nephews? Like we don't have nobody." I tell them they are in heaven. I don't tell them nothing about the Holocaust. So my daughter come back from Europe. She says, "Daddy, I find out what's going on." He says, "We have to record your story. The new generation should know about it." And record about 10, 15 hours and tape. And then from there, she said, "We have to," the time opened the Museum of Tolerance. They make me go there and start speaking to different people, soldiers, policemen, all kinds of people speaking in the museum for the last 20 years. Like like I'm doing right now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Let me add one more thing, tell them. From the three survivors survived, one of them got run over in New York for a drunk driver, and another one from the one we survived got sick in Northridge Hospital, they're old-timers. I want to visit him once in a while. He was a heavy smoker. I bring him some cigarettes. His name was Leo. I said, Leo, you remember you were fighting in the United States Army? Remember so and so how we walked back across, they confused the Germans? He don't remember nothing. He had Alzheimer's. He don't. 3-4 years ago he died. I'm the last survivor. The only ones that are alive, the ones that were hiding through the war. Not too many survivors. They're alive in the place in the death camp where I was. Not once in a million to survive. I'm very lucky I'm still here. Yes, sir.
I'm just going to give people an opportunity to ask questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Would you like to sit down?
I don't know.
Hello, everybody.
What?
My name is Alex Amchislavsky, and I'm the Enroll
okay.
Director at CSU, and also on the Holocaust Awareness Week Committee this year. At this point, we're going to be taking some questions for our guest, Mr. Rosa. So if you would like to come here, and you may have an opportunity to ask a question that Mr. Rosa will
You want
answer
me
to the
sit down?
audience.
I'm a young kid. Anybody wants to go around or two? Give him a boxing lesson. Well, nobody. I used to take him down like that. 1, 2, 3, bam. Well, anybody wants to ask me a question? Anybody wants to ask me a question?
I don't have a question for you. I just wanted to shake your
Yes,
hand.
sir. Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I appreciate
Okay, everyone. The first question is, how did you come to grips with your experience after surviving the Holocaust? What helped you overcome it in the end?
The promise I made to my brother, well, I avenge him every time. I used to, I promised I will avenge him every time people want to. I was there many times to give up. And every time I was ready to give up, I figured, no, I have to keep the promise. He gave his life away for me. If he was not interfered, the German was going to beat me to death. And I kept my promise. I never break a promise. Hey, God bless America! And God bless Israel! I reached many times for Israel fighting to create a homeland. And I'm one of those to have a homeland today. Take people from all over Europe. I used to take them to Palestine. And later on, finally, we got Israel. The UN voted for us. And so we gave so much trouble to the soldiers, to the British soldiers, and the problem to the UN. And the UN finally voted Israel to become a state. And I helped a little bit. But a lot of my friends died for that. Oh, you want me to sit down? I'm only 39 years old. Who's question my question?
Hi, me. Hi.
Oh, yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you very much for an amazing story. My family came from Greece, and it's very.
They were in the camps?
And they, I'm half Greek, and most of them went to Auschwitz, and maybe you know some of them. I'm interested. Were you at the uprising of the Crema number 4? Were you at the time when I know there are a few people on October 7th at 44 that did kind of a rebel and
Yes, I remember that too. I wasn't there at the time. At that time I was in Warsaw Ghetto, burying the dead people, the one got after the uprising, and I used to bury those people, men, women, and children. They got laid on the ground in the sun, maggots and full of worms, and I made with the bury and they crawled on top on us. The most got die.
Okay.
And from there it sent me to Dachau. I only was in Birkenau, Auschwitz. Auschwitz was a small camp. Birkenau Auschwitz was the big camp. It's what the crematorium and the gas chamber was. People get confused. Auschwitz was not as bad as Birkenau. Birkenau was worse.
Yeah. So, and Ronnie's family, do you remember anything?
No,
Do you know?
so many years passed, 70 members of my family died over there. And I saw some of my own eyes to be get killed. Those eyes saw. Thousands of people get shot, thousands of people been hanged, thousands of people die for starvation and diseases. That's what my eyes saw, including little children thrown in the crematoriums, burn them in the diapers. That's what my eyes saw. That's what I got news broke down end of the war. Everything was coming back to me, and I see the crematoriums, the gas chamber, the way they killed my family, everything was coming back, and I almost killed my wife. I thought she was a Nazi. Just, thank God she died a few years ago. I was 60 years married to her. She was also a survivor. Yes.
Mr. Rosa, the next question we have from a couple students here is...
Pretty girls don't go anywhere.
For sure.
I'm not only a fighter, I'm also a lover. Oh my God, wow, you made my day. Oh God, I'll take you with me. I got a beautiful home in the valley over there. With a swimming pool, with a jacuzzi. I'm a single man now. I want to start a new family. Yes. Sí, señorita. Oh, mamma mia. Yes. You want to ask me something?
So the question was that the Mexican soldier, did you ever get a chance to
No,
pay him?
what happened is when I arrived there, they gave me, I threw away the full manure, the uniform, and I threw away, I was the thing at the time. And I threw away the address with them. If I was going to find them, I was going to help them because I'm in good shape today. I did very good in the United States. I had 2 stores. I was in business. I made it good by using the Jewish hat. So I throw and they bothered me for a long, long time. But I don't know where they are now. If they're alive, must be about 100 years now. The time I was 20 and I was in the 30s. And I'm in the 90s now. Yes, señorita, que le gusta mi corazón.
Well, actually, I didn't have a really important question, but it was, can I have a hug?
I give you 2.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
I didn't have a question, but I did want to say thank you for the service you gave to the country, for everything that you did, for playing such a part. Well, I'm sorry. For playing such a part in what you did and just being an inspiration for everybody. And I was also wondering if I could get a picture with you as well.
I don't understand exactly what.
He wanted to thank you for everything you've done.
Oh, thank you very much. I did it, because I owe my life to the United States. It was not the American soldiers. I want to be alive today. I could not fight the American army all by myself. The Nazi army all by myself. I had the American soldiers helping me. And every time I took a Nazi down, I mention a member of my family. No mercy. They killed my family, 70 members. All my eight children are all dead. I'm the only one alive here. As a matter of fact, my neighborhood, most of them are dead. You can count them one end. Was 100,000 people you still live in my city, you bet can count it. Most of them, 99% died. The weather in Poland was very, very cold. From where I come, the weather is mild. With every night the proper clothes, I saw people totally freezing to death right next to you.
My grandpa was actually in World War II as well as a U.S. Army medic. He got 3 Purple Hearts.
Oh, yeah, good. I'm very happy to hear that, yeah. I was not an American, but I had blood. I want to see blood, you know. And they gave me by accident, they gave me that because I had the uniform. Probably if you know I was a civilian, probably I wouldn't get the Purple Heart. I had the uniform and by accident they gave it to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for asking me. Yes, sir.
I'd also like to say thank you. And do you think it's important for young people to like carry on the memories of the Holocaust, to learn from them?
It's important not to happen again, because people, everybody things happen, and people used to look the other way around. So there was, for example, a few hundred neo-Nazis in Germany, and Germany was over 50,000 people. The rest of everybody looks away. You know, they don't want to look. They saw crematoriums over there, live around the camp, but nobody pay attention to it. That's why we have to tell them, you know, not to happen again, not only to the Jews, even today happen a lot of discrimination, different nationalities. And second, I do that because I want the American kids to know when I was young, I was starving. So the kids here are very spoiled. They complain about the cell phone, they complain about a car. When I was that age, I was lucky to find a raw potatoes to eat it. So the kids not to be so spoiled. Thank what you got. Thanks God. You got a roof over your head and you got something to eat.
Thanks again.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. I was just wondering, you said that you spoke 10 languages. What languages?
I speak Russian, Polish, Hungarian, Romanian, Italian, French, Hebrew, Yiddish, English, what else? Español, italiano, latino también. Hablo muchos idiomas, lo que le gusta le puede hablar a usted, je parle français très bien, говорите по-русски. Я очень хорошо говорю, не хорошо. Русский человек. Yeah, you speak Russian, yeah? And I'm a Greek.
Well, you've got a very sharp mind. Thank you so much for
I
coming.
carry a computer, my kids got the computer on the table. I carry it with me wherever I go. I come in this country with nothing, and I pay a few $1 million in taxes to Uncle Sam. I'm happy to give it to them. If it wasn't the American, I wouldn't be here today. I'll be dead. So I'm happy to pay my taxes. I've been paying taxes for the first day. I never collect money, unemployment, or disability, or welfare. Always I work hard and I accomplish to become somebody.
What a concept. Well, thank you.
Bella signorita, cosa vuole, mio amore? Che parla italiano.
Ella quiere un abrazo. Un abrazo.
Abrazo, ¿quieres? Mamma, I give you two. I give you two.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Are you a single lady? Well, you want a rich man?
Yes.
I'm here.
I dig the old
I take you with me to Los Angeles.
Okay, sounds good. I'll meet
All
you
right.
outside.
Oh, I'll introduce you to one of my kids then.
Thank you.
Okay, muchas gracias.
Hello. So I was talking with you earlier, but I just want to say thank you. I feel like it's so important being able to have someone like you willing to share such a painful story that brings back so many memories, but has the capacity to make such an impact on people's lives. Muchas gracias. También hablo español.
Oh, ¿usted habla español? Yo también. ¿De dónde es usted, señorita?
Mis papás son mexicanos.
Oh, yo soy de Grecia, pero yo hablo español muy bien.
Sí, lo habla muy bien.
También lo hablo castellano, el puro español.
Ay, bueno, no tanto así yo, pero sí.
Ok, gracias.
¿Sería posible después tomarme una foto con usted?
Mande.
Oh, okay. Ya, que sí, puedo tomarme una foto con usted.
Sí, cómo no, mi corazón, mi amor. Conocí una muy linda morenita. Let's go on the top. Pasa por aquí, mi corazón. Gracias. Váyase con Dios.
Hi, I'd like to shake your hand.
Yes, sir.
One, you're a man, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
But
Well, the story is so long we have to say overnight here, but I try only say a few important things.
But I wanted to ask, did your faith help you while you were in the camps?
And then what?
Did
Did your faith, la fe, did it help you? Judaism.
Judaism? I come from a
culture
religious
and
family,
God.
but I'm not religious. No, I used to believe very much in God, but after what I saw in my eyes, little children being killed, you say, where is God? Where is God? You know, not once, but so many times. Little infants thrown in the crematoriums. How anybody can do that? Germany is the most educated people in Europe, you know, very intelligent. How they can do such a crime, I don't understand. Doesn't go through my head. Anybody can kill innocent little babies. They don't know if it's Jewish, or if it's Arab, or it's Turk, or if it's German. They kill little babies. How could you do that? That's why I used to believe one time in God. I come from a very religious family, but after that, I don't believe very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, beautiful.
Hi. So I come from a family where my dad suffers severely from PTSD, and I was wondering.
From where you come?
He's been to Afghanistan and Iraq 3
Afghanistan,
times.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
a big place there, yeah.
yeah, it's bad over there. But
Was a soldier?
yes, yeah.
It's
He's
also
been.
like a lot of bad things going on over there too.
Yeah, he can't even talk about anything yet. But what advice would you give a family member of someone suffering from PTSD?
An advice, a memory, never to give up. Never give up. You know, it was many times to give up. That's why I used to preach all the time. You know, never give up. You know, if you have to die, die like a man. That's why I used to preach. People want to commit suicide. Take an enemy with you. Kill the Nazi before they kill you. That's what I used to preach all the time. Never give up, regardless what the condition is. I was myself every time to give up, but then I dreamed my family how they got killed. Oh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna fight, and I did for the rest, and I'm still fighting.
At this point, we're gonna turn it into private Q&A. Feel free to come up for a question or a picture.